Channel 23, despite the temperatures being a little wet outside. We always say it's a great day to grill, and we're going to head over to the Wood Harbor Kitchen with Galen and Lou. What do you guys got cooking up today?
We're smoking. Look at this. Is this cool? Just don't tell Hubble that we're doing this in here, okay? We already unplugged the smoke alarm, so we're okay. But anyway, welcome to Galen's segment here from Decked Outside. You're always cooking up something really cool, and we are smoking.
We are smoking. So, I think I told you my son's graduation party was last weekend, and so we did a little bit of barbecue, big surprise.
At the store?
At the store. We had the party at the store, and very, very nice event. So I cooked up some baby back ribs, and while I was shopping for the ribs, I found an incredible find. If you remember a couple of months ago, we did a pork belly.
Yep.
And I told you that it was almost impossible to find pork belly in a store.
Because you had to get it special.
Well, I had to get it special, and my good buddy Nick Jones hooked us up with some Berkshire pork. But while I was shopping for just regular baby backs, I stumbled upon a pork belly. Well, what was I going to do?
You had to take it. You had to grab it.
I had to. So, what are we going to do with pork belly? That's kind of original. Of course, there's bacon. That's what 99.5% of pork bellies are turned into, and they're cured and smoked. This is fresh pork belly. It's not cured. So I came up with an original recipe to do Polynesian pork belly.
Okay, what do you mean by Polynesian?
All right, so Polynesian flavors, Hawaiian, if you will, have a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of spice, and we get the sweetness from primarily a couple of things typically, pineapple being the most common, but I also used a little bit of a special ingredient, and I want to see if you can pick it up.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll try.
As well as some different spices.
Okay, so this is the pork belly.
So this is the pork belly.
And now, did you cook it in this pan?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I put it directly on the rack on the Sapphire grill and smoker, and I smoked it for about 4.5 hours.
Okay, what temperature are we smoking there? About
220?
250.
250, a little bit hotter than what I sometimes smoke.
And why is that the case?
Well, I wanted all of those flavors to really meld into the pork belly. And so I also wanted to get a little bit of a crispness on the skin.
Oh, so the higher heat would give you that.
Yep, the higher heat gives you that. And so, want a little smaller piece?
Yeah, hunk them. There you go, perfect. Look how it's falling apart.
Well, that comes from
see, it is the other white meat.
Hours.
Okay.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, there's just a tremendous amount of meat in this pork belly. I was very lucky when I got this one. How is it?
That's very good. And obviously, you can taste the pineapple.
Yep.
It's not cloves, is it?
Nope. Nope.
Let's try it again. I haven't tried again.
Think Hawaiian. What else do you find?
Ginger?
In Hawaii that gives you distinct flavor. Nope.
You better help me on this one. Coconut?
Coconut. So not the sugared shredded coconut that you find.
So what kind of coconut?
So this was actually cream of coconut.
Really?
Yeah. And
that's a very unique flavor.
Isn't that kind of neat?
I would not have picked that out. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's some various other spices that I rubbed it with prior to smoking, and so this is a dish that you can that you could make up ahead of time, and serve it over rice. Could have done some grilled vegetables with it, but I was lazy. So
this would be a good sandwich too.
And then of course I had a couple of racks of baby backs that I didn't smoke.
And as a reminder, once again, the rib cooking methodology. Well, because people have a hard time with ribs.
Ribs pretty simple to do, but you need to prepare them. First of all, the membrane in the back of the rib needs to be removed.
You need to peel off that skin.
You need to peel off that skin. And then I use mustard as a glue. You may have remembered some of the past cooks that we've done. Just common yellow mustard, and I used Bad Byron's butt rub as our rub, and put it on the smoker.
Dive in, Jason.
After it's marinated at least 4 hours, I typically do it overnight, and then let it go.
The other one. Wow.
Low and slow.
And how temperature-wise to cook it?
225 degrees
For
4 hours.
4 hours for a single rack or double rack? Or
Double rack.
Double rack, 4 hours.
And for the party, I have a fairly small Smokin' Brothers pellet grill. It's only 24 inches wide, but it cooks equally well on the top rack, which normally people would think about as a warming rack. It smokes just as well up there as it does on the main rack. I had 10 full racks of ribs on a 24-inch grill.
So it keeps the temperature consistent kind of
Temperature
throughout
very
the
even
chamber?
all the way through, and they came out absolutely wonderful.
And it took you what, 4 or 5 hours, and you're
4.5 hours, and they're done.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, if you want more information on all these great machines, these devices, these wonders of cooking genius, where do they find them?
Come to Decked Outside. We're at 4033 Northwest Urbandale Drive. Can't miss us. Just take 100th Street north of Douglas, and we're right there.
And you have all the tools to go along with it, too, just so you know. So you
Got
have
all the accessories. Come on by, check it out, and get out there and grill.
Get some Dizzy Pig, too. Oh, my goodness, is that rub good. Holy
Good
cow.
stuff, Maynard.
Wow.
We'll be right back. You're watching Great Day Live on KCWI 23 HD. Company